Sam Dehne, the Encyclopedia of Reno government. Sam is an Air Force Academy graduate. Sam spent many years flying fighters and bombers, B-52s, F-4 Phantoms, defending our nation against enemies inside of the border and outside of the border to try to protect the rights that Eddie Lorton and others are trying to defend right here at this very podium. And by the way, before I go any further, I want to give you heavy-duty kudos for following Sam's directives and appointing Steve Pitts as the chief of police. I recommended that. And despite the fact I recommended him heavily for chief of police, he got appointed. Now, what's with that? Whatever happened to the Sam Dehne kiss of death? At any rate, he's a good man. He's got a wonderful military background and heritage. And virtually every single policeman I talk to says he's a good man, and they're really happy that you did what you did. You know, it's kind of interesting. I've been coming to every one of these every single meeting since 1994. And you would think finally with the pickle we're in and the trepidation going on that somebody else would be coming up here and trying to stand alongside of Sam. And granted, Eddie Lorton and others do come up with their individual problems justifiably, but I'm talking about the big picture. Why doesn't somebody else come down here and remind everybody? And by the way, I'm surprised somebody didn't correct me. Last week I premeditatedly ended my long-time streak for the second time. Eddie Lorton back there is now in first place with the longest attendance or a public comment streak going in the city of Reno. At any rate, it is amazing that more people don't come down here and say something. But again, other people tell me they said, Sam, you're doing such a great job. Nobody else needs to go down there. You point out every single problem there is. How many people have to come down here and remind everybody of all of the things that Sam said, I told you so about. I'm not here to say I told you so, but I did. I told you so. Mr. Mayor's so tired of hearing I told you so. And he knows exactly, he's got my speech memorized. I can tell by looking at his face. He knows exactly where I'm going. Why did you buy this lavish building with a perfectly good building over there? Why did you build this baseball stadium? Why didn't you put some money in the rainy day fund and leave it there? Why did you, and I know you're thinking into the future and all these wonderful things, but Sam reminded you that things are not always good. Things can get bad, and they have gotten bad. And then there's the railroad trench. Well, maybe that was kind of a slightly different thing. But then he forgot that you had to tear down a perfectly good fire station to build the baseball stadium. I spoke for the stadium, and I spoke against it. And you should have taken my advice into account relative to things that I spoke against. And then there's the star bonds. Those star bonds are wiping out the small businesses around town because the big folks have all of the money. And you say, well, all these people are coming from out of town to go to the baseball games and go to those places. That's not really true.
Thank you very much.
It's what we call scavenging.
Thank you very much.